So, as you guys walk down the canal, Merek and Jovan together, and you're gonna wait till later, right? Yep. Okay. So
holding
as you guys
hands, skipping along.
As you guys make your way down the canal, you can see that of course you're gonna be fashionably late. So like as the ball begins, you can see over Lalos's house. You can see these wide gouts of like multicolored flame shoot up into the air and then explode into a splash of colors. And it goes up. It goes.
They really do go all out just for me.
This is brilliant.
Did they invest in a wacky wavy inflatable tube man?
No, they did not.
I start to think and wonder, maybe it is an act out of love and not something that I'm suspicious about.
So as you guys make your way down the canal, you can see...
I bet lots of questions for you.
You can see a variety of various members of Paradigm Row, like citizens of the city who live in the upper crust, making their way down the canal along with you, probably going to Lalos's house, like fellow invitees. You'd imagine these would be fellow rich merchants in the city of Lier, people along those lines. And Merek does notice a couple of people with very odd-looking cloaks and stuff that have... One has, like, a hawk on his shoulder, another one has a frog in his hands. Like, you assume from looking at them that these might be other wizards that are in the city.
Huh.
So they might not try to dissect you. Because they already know a bunch of wizards.
Okay.
Who are probably better than you.
No one knows that I'm a wizard.
Right, but even if they find out, you don't have to
theorized that I was... Vergis thought I was a wizard. No one else knows. It's not public knowledge. No.
Wait, but you travel around with a cat and wear funny clothes.
That doesn't necessarily mean he's a wizard.
Tons of people do that.
There's gotta be lots of people.
Have you been downtown?
So
you got me.
Pretty sure a lot of those people are not wizards.
All right.
It's Merek and the Elmo guy.
All right, you got me. You got me good.
So as you guys cross over the final bridge to head towards Lalos's manse,
look around and try and find Hothart.
Yeah, as you look around, you can see that in the shadowy alleyway, you see these two like gleaming eyes, and then Hothart steps out of the shadows. He's dressed in what looks to be like a suit that's literally just stitched together, fully skinned furs. Like, they're not even prepared. It's just, like, the head, the fur, and the tail. And they're all stitched together. And it's, like, stitched together in a row.
God.
And he's got a hat that's basically, like, made out of a fox.
He will be my familiar this evening.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, please, let me introduce you to my compatriot.
His beard has been combed and trimmed.
Hothart! It's so nice to see you.
And as he comes out of the alleyway and he goes... And he turns towards Jovan and he goes... Who's this?
This is my friend Jovan.
The name's Jovan. How are you doing, sir?
He is a mighty priest of Netro. I've seen him forge the tongue of a man out of nothing.
No, the custom is to shake hands.
Good to meet you, Jovan.
Good to meet you, Hothart.
Is he disappointed that his hand is not furry?
No, he's not.
Like,
so, like, he pulls his arm slowly back and goes, I assume we're going in there.
Yes.
So there's like talking and chattering going on around you as like the things, the fireworks go off in the sky and they keep exploding. There are a couple of guards on detail on either of the towers. You can see them standing at the top of the east and west towers with the banners hanging from them. And there's two statues of Lalos on either side of the house peer down upon the guests, almost like glaring at them judgingly.
Yeah. Now, I want to make it clear, Percival's going to be outside watching, making sure that there's nothing fishy going on, like the guards suddenly locking the doors or something like that, and just have him find a high perch to watch.
Okay, Percival does so. He's probably sitting on like a balcony somewhere.
Yes.
I cannot conceal the hammer, the stone door hammer, or the... I cannot conceal Gatecrasher or my sword, but I will conceal my silver dagger.
Okay. Give me
And my hurricane gauntlet. I will wear my hurricane
oh,
gauntlet. Because it looks very fashionable.
Give me an agility roll. Agility check.
Okay. 13?
Okay, so you guys make your way up to the front gate, or the front door of Lalos's mansion. So as you move
heavily on my staff.
You guys like form into the procession as you move closer, and you can see that the people are going in through the lines, and the guards are like walking up and down the lines, like checking people and stuff. They're like taking some people out of lines and patting them down, and they pass by you two and they go, and one of them turns towards Merek and like looks at him closely and goes, Merek Farrar.
Yes.
Good. We've been told to look for you. Well, come with us. The guest of honor should not have to wait out here in the cold. And people around you start like chattering, like they go, "Oh, it's the guest of honor!" Like they're chattering back and forth.
No need. No,
No, come with us, please. Lalos insists, and they like start to pull you out of line.
Well,
And Hothar goes.
Hothar
Begins to follow you.
Yeah, like please don't mind my associate Hothar. He assists me in my poor health.
So the guards like look at Hothar, and Hothar just stares back at them, and they go, "We are assuming he's your +1."
Indeed, I wish I could bring a compatriot of the woman variety, but I worry about my health, and he makes sure that I am okay. Isn't that right, Hothar?
I'm very soft.
You'd be surprised by his bedside manner.
Silky. Silky soft. So the guards go.
Favorite character, best character so far in the series.
The guards like look at him strangely, and one of the guards goes, "Wait a minute," and he like whispers in the other one's ear, and they look back and forth to each other, and you can tell that they know who Hothar is. Like they've caught this guy before. Like, they know who this guy is.
I was hoping he was like a captain of the guard before he became a drug addict. That like there was one time when he was actually good at his job.
You wouldn't
I'm
deny.
soft.
You wouldn't deny the +1 to the guest of honor, would you?
No, of course not, Mr. Farrar. If you say he's alright to come in, then I suppose that is the case.
Wait, you
Tell
said
them
his
you
furs
know
are
me.
uncured?
I don't
So
wanna
does he
wait loud.
smell terrible?
Yeah, he has an off smell about him. But then again, the entire city of Lear kind of smells.
He's
to
wearing
the
like
canals.
uncleaned.
So
or,
it's not like his
un-
furs are rotting and
No, they're
No.
clean furs. They're just not prepped. Like, you know how you normally like cut the head and tail off and like
Oh,
fashion
okay.
them? They're not
Stitch
fashioned at
them.
all.
I thought you
It's
meant he
like-
just skinned them and sewed
No,
them
no,
together.
they're not freshly skinned.
Okay.
Okay, so the guards go, "Please come with us," and then they see Jovan standing in line, and they go, and they realize that it's a bit of an awkward situation. They go, just "Come with us," and they like grab you and start to pull you off.
These guards are really handsy.
That's
Shouldn't be touching the
less
special
polite
guests.
than they could be.
Careful with my arms; they are quite brittle.
No, yes,
In
don't
this
try.
trying time.
You will break them.
So the guard and more guards start
Waiting out
pacing
in
up and
the
down the
cold
line,
with the upper echelon.
and one of them looks at you and sees you and goes, yes, sir. Could you please step over here for a moment?
Certainly. What? This is a guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he likes to touch you on the line. And goes, "I need to pat you down for weapons. I'm sure you'll understand."
Certainly.
So he like,
Here, I have a sword.
Like, he has this gigantic weapon he's hanging
a
with.
mallet.
oh, you brought those with you?
Yeah, they're
So,
hanging. Oh, you don't like just walk the street without
That's
these
true.
things.
So he shows them to you, and he goes, yes, sir. I'm afraid I'll have to take those from you until the party is at its end. You can pick them up back from us after you leave.
Well, of course, I expected no less.
Yeah.
Here you are.
So you hand him over to the guard. He like takes him in, and the guard like stores him, and he's about to pat you down when you hear this. When you hear this, go, "Hold up there! What do you think you're doing, man?" And you turn and look up, and you can see that it's General Scipio, the guy from before. Yeah, you guys remember who that was? Okay.
Wait, I actually don't remember.
He's the general who's part of the keepers.
He's
The
got an
man.
eye on you.
yeah, he does.
He comes striding down the line, and he goes, "Jovan, good to see you again."
General.
Yes.
How goes things?
Well, the thieves are acting up. What else is new? Soldier, what exactly do you think you're doing to our guest here? And the soldier goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I was merely doing a routine check." And Scipio goes, "Well, go do it on somebody else who's actually going to be concealing something. I don't think Jovan would bring anything in."
Of course
And he
not.
laughs, and the guy goes, "No, of course not, sir. I'm very sorry. And he like holds the weapons awkwardly, and Scipio goes, "What do you give those to me?" And the guard like hands him over, and he goes, "Get out of here!" And
Nice.
he runs off down the line.
Just doing his job.
Yeah.
Shouldn't-
Dude, this guy's great.
And Scipio, like you're pulling out a line, so he like leans over to you, and he goes, "If you need these, you can find me." And he like holds on to him
I would.
and makes his way back across the line. So, Merek, they lead you up
Nice.
to the front entrance and basically let you through the line, and they let you into the grand foyer of Lalos's house. And as you step inside, you can see that there's already a sufficient amount of people here, like a crowd. From the crowd outside and the crowd in here, you'd imagine that Lalos probably invited close to maybe 70 to 100 people to this place.
Okay, all right, that's
So
a sizable party.
Yeah, it's going to be a packed place, which is probably why they need so many silverware sets.
And
And
to find the, is it possible that they're a little short?
yeah, it might be a little short. They might be doing it buffet style. Um, So they lead you into the grand foyer, and you can see that there's a variety of other people standing around here, and there are a couple of guards standing around that block all the exits from the foyer. Like and when somebody goes up to try to go into another room, they go, "No, I'm sorry, you can't go through." Like they don't let them through. And apparently, the story you get is that they've been told to wait until Lalos appears at the top balcony and welcomes everybody. So you'll have to wait until that happens.
So I look at the guy and I just go, "So do we just wait?"
These people will, but please come with us. Lalos has asked to see you in his chambers before the ball begins.
Of course, Hothar will join me. Of course.
And Hothar goes, "Yes." And the guards go, I'm sorry, sir, but Lalos gave specific instructions that you would come.
Hothart will join me.
Sir, I don't think we can do that.
You need to wave your hand. Hothart will join me.
I think I might leave.
No, please. And they look awkward.
What do you think is worse in your eyes? Me not being here, or just having Hothart in the room with me?
And they look back and forth to each other. And go, of course. We wouldn't want to offend you. And they look awkwardly at Hothart and go, "Well, come with us." And they keep a really close eye on Hothart because they're clearly uncomfortable with letting a known drug addict close to one of their guarders.
Thank you.
Close to one of their wards. So they lead you up the stairs, and as you're going up the stairs, a couple of the other people, like the upper crust, look up as you ascend, and one of them points up and goes, "Oi! What do you think you're doing? How come he gets to go in ahead of everybody else?" And people turn and look. And they turn and look at you, and the guards look to you expectantly, like they don't know what to say. And the guards look down. Do you just say silent?
I guess I could say something.
Wait, they're not all in the ballroom at the party?
No, they're waiting. Lalos is apparently going to filter them all into the central entry hall before he lets everybody in to go out to the rest of the house.
Oh, okay. I thought they were in the party already,
No,
and he was just going up to the personal rooms.
No.
Okay.
He is going up to the personal rooms, but all right.
I'll go over to the step and say, "Hello, everyone. How are you all doing tonight?"
Who the hell are you? And the guards go, "Hold your tongue. Don't you know who this is? This is Merek Farrar, honored wizard of Lier. How dare you speak to him in this manner?" And
excuse me, what did you call me?
and the guards gives one of the guards gives the other guard a glare, and he's like, and he goes, "Hold your tongue, citizens."
Too late.
Yeah.
Just that anime moment where suddenly arrows show us bing 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 wizard.
And a couple of the patrons down below begin chattering to each other and go, "Wizard," they're talking. Go, "Well, then show us a trick."
I look at the guard and I'm sorry, there's some confusion. I am not a wizard. What is a wizard?
And they the crowd gets a little bit agitated, and they're like, What is going on here?" And the guard looks at you like, "I'm so sorry, I don't know."
Liar.
Yeah, and the crowd
tell them that you're wrong.
I'm sorry, citizens. I seem to have misspoke. And the other guard's like, "For the love of please."
I meant Vizier.
Yeah. And the crowd down below goes, "Well, then why does he get to go in? He is the honored guest of Lalos the Paradigm. No further reason should be needed." And they chatter back and forth to each other, and the crowd dies down from there. They clearly don't want to upset the guards, and everybody's in the same mood to have a party for now. But you can definitely feel a couple of the other awakened members of the crowd looking at you with jealous eyes.
What does that mean? Awaken?
Some of the other wizards are jealous.
Okay.
Yeah. Those who see the world as it truly is.
Yeah.
Also, aren't there tons of rumors already that he's of the Farrar family, and so they know that his sister is married to the Paradigm?
Kind of. It could be that way. And they could know that Eldra Farrar is, of course, a member of that. But Eldra would have gotten rid of her last name when she got married.
Right, but when she first came, anyone who was part of the elite would have...
I suppose
that was a long time ago. So
I suppose I could say that. I'm going to go over to all the guests and say, "I am merely the brother of Eldra, wife of Lalos."
And the guards look at you, and everybody kind of turns back and forth, and they go, "Oh," and they kind of understand a little bit more.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. And so the guards continue to lead you up the stairs.
Why did you think I was a wizard?
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to misspeak. And Hothart lays his hand on the guard's shoulder and he goes, "Watch your tongue." And the guy's like, okay.
Because all the guards have your bingo book entry as like wizard.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we all know you're a wizard. It's common knowledge.
I think I might call on the services of Hothart many times in the future. He is very handy.
So they lead you up to the balcony and open the doors, and they lead you out into the main hallway of Lalos's upper levels, where you can see that the room straight ahead obviously goes to the grand bedroom, and then Lalos's office is over to the left, and his bath's over there. Yeah, where you were before. It's been reset, and you can see now the portraits on the wall, again, of the various older, you'd imagine like Lalos's relatives maybe, or you don't know, but you can tell by looking at these portraits of various people that they all share some sort of genetic relation. You can notice those once more. So the guards go, this way, sir. Lalos has asked to meet with you in his office.
Of course. Come, Hothart. Let us join him.
So Hothart follows you down, and they get to the front door of Lalos's office, and they give a knock on the door. So, Jovan, you're heading into the ball.
Am I still outside, or have I actually made it in?
So eventually the line goes in, and you get in there after Merek's made his way up to the top of the stairs. So you're like, standing
on the top of the stairs in the ball.
In the ball,
okay.
yeah. He's like gone. He's out of here. So you're in the main foyer, and people are like chattering back and forth to each other.
And I got in fine with all my plate mail.
Yeah, nobody asked a question about that.
Oh, it's probably just because it's so shiny.
The guards haven't reasoned. Maybe some of them assume you're a soldier, and they're like, you're wearing regalia, because that's what soldiers do, but it's still weird. However, a couple of the other guests do give you odd looks, and one or two of them peer at you like they remember you from something. And then, after a little while, a couple of them come up to you and goes, excuse me, sir, but are you Jovan?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, the one who preaches in the streets. Yes, I have heard. You are becoming a hero to the beggars these days.
Well, I like to think that I was already a hero to the beggars.
Altruism is such a noble pursuit.
Of course.
In these trying times, we really have to work to take care of the lesser folk beneath us. It's our obligation as the upper class.
I hope to inspire everyone to act as I do.
Yes, certainly. Like they mill about, and you have a couple of people who come in and goes, "Oh, you're the one who fought that gigantic monster off the coast." Like,
yes, that was me.
Yeah. So
I do have superpowers. Thank you.
As you remain in this room, like a bunch of
business cards. It's like
Jovan.
As you remain in this room, you notice that a bunch of people start to get really the crowd generally all turns to start focusing on you. Like, they're generally all starting to get pretty interested in this, apparent celebrity who's come in through the doors.
Yes, well...
But when it gets really weird is when when a man comes over who's wearing kind of this, flat green cap, and he comes walking up by you, and he's wearing, this flat green, robe, and he comes over to you, and he looks up at you, and he goes, sir...
What can I help you?
Ah, yes. My name is, Barabax. I am a practitioner of alchemical practices. He seems very nervous, like he's stuttering with his words and stuff. And he goes,
"Is alchemy looked on like a normal, regular pursuit in this?"
Yeah, it's something you've never really heard much about.
Oh, okay.
And he goes, that gauntlet. I'm sorry, forgive me for being so forward, but may I examine it?
Certainly.
Yes. Yes.
Take a look.
May I? He wants to take it off.
Oh, no. Please, just take a look. I was instructed not to take it off.
And he really instructed, and he turns it around and he goes, by whom?
Oh, by the man who gave it to me.
Yeah. Siracox, come take a look at this. You must see this. And a couple of other men in long robes start coming over towards you, and they're all grabbing onto the gauntlet. And eventually it gets to the point where you've got this group of 4 old men gathered around you, turning your hand over on end and looking at the rings on it.
Is the dragon bone exposed?
No, it's encased in the jewel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm fine. They're not gonna pry it off or anything.
You don't think they will?
Probably not.
So they're rotating your hand around and stuff, and they're yes, most fascinating. And then one of them goes, "Tell me, Sir Jovan, would you be interested in parting with it?"
Absolutely not.
Not for any price.
No.
Oh no, come. We don't have to.
It was given to me by a dear friend and is far too precious.
Really? Well, I for one.
And that friend lost an arm for it.
I for one have always been a proponent of the idea that everybody has their price. Now, I am a man who is traveled many wide reaches of this world, and I have a variety of interesting curiosities which you may be willing to trade for. Yes? And he like raises his eyebrows at you. Well, don't answer now. Here, and he reaches into his bag and takes out this little white card and hands it to you. And he goes, "Take my card." And it's like a ripped piece of scroll.
Oh, interesting.
And he hands it to you, and he goes, "If you ever feel the need to part with such a fantastic piece, just come on by. We'll have a discussion."
All right.
Yes.
Well, I'll think about it.
Have a fabulous time. And he like
You
slips
as well,
off into
sir.
the crowd. So it says Horatio's Curios on the piece of scrap.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
I was hoping he was going to whip out the hand of Beck now.
Yeah.
Jovan immediately goes, "Oh, so!" It's like, here you go.
No, heck no.